Capricorn, you're entering a period of good communication. Good communication with others, with spirit. It's solid. You know what you want to say. The energy is behind your communication, behind your thoughts, behind your words, behind your writing. It's all there. It's solid. People are gravitated towards what you have to say. And there's this like strong, grounded presence that you hold, and people are magnetically drawn towards you. Now, when I was tapping into your energy, I was sitting here meditating on your energy. Well, actually, I was trying to connect with you pretty much all morning, and it was quiet. It was quiet on the wire. I wasn't picking up much, and I was thinking, oh, maybe it's not Capricorn's day today. And then all of a sudden, when I was brushing my teeth, it's like all this chatter came in, all these different messages. I tried to write them down quickly. I didn't get them all because there was a lot. So I feel like there's a lot of communication coming towards you, or you're communicating a lot, or you will. Some of you are going to be put in a position of communication. This could be on the job, or just suddenly you find yourself like in the middle of something, which is not typically where you like to find yourself. You know, you're a good fly on the wall. That is actually one of your powers, Capricorn, your powers of observation. You can really get a feel of who people are and their intentions and the interactions between various people and how they're perceiving one another or deceiving one another. You have a good eye for all of that. And you really do dig the fly on the wall kind of vibe, because it gives you this higher perspective. But there's something about you finding yourself in the middle now of something. And there might be other flies on the wall that are looking at you. And every time I want to say fly on the wall, I'm hearing eye on the wall. I don't know, maybe these are energetic eyes that are watching you, which is interesting because Taurus had a message of someone listening to them. And I feel like there are gazes in your direction, kind of observing you. But there's an admiration, I feel, with these eyes that are watching. There's something you're saying that holds a lot of power, okay? And you may find yourself surprised at how much you do have to say, because you know a lot, but you've kept something in for some time. Now, the card that came out for you was Wind, number 63. Which is a 9, which is a magical number 9. I don't know why I feel like saying that, but maybe you want to look up number 9 or the 369 combo. Tesla has a whole bunch of different stuff, like Nikola Tesla has a whole bunch of interesting proposals and truths about the number 9 and its capacity to disappear. See, this is your energy, the number 9, your capacity to be a fly on the wall. Again, I'm hearing eye on the wall. To disappear into the background, and then to reaffirm and reappear when needed. So Wind came through, which is taking me to another message. Hold on, I'm telling you, it's chatty. There's a lot coming in. Okay. Reaffirm, remember that. Hold on, I gotta write that down before I forget. Bear with me, Capricorn. I love you. Okay. You're so patient. Well, at least you give off that vibe. I don't know if you really feel that way. Okay. So the Wind card. The Wind card is about communication. It's also about change. But there's so much flow for you in this time period. And I'm getting you're entering a period of time. So it feels like a chunk. Maybe this is astrologically influenced. But there's a chunk of time you're entering into it, and it feels like the flow is just smooth. It's easy. Now, one of the messages I got for you is that it's time to catch up to yourself. You're way further ahead on the timeline than maybe you give yourself credit for. And some of your thoughts or behaviors or ways of looking at things could be coming from a past lens or a lens that was useful back there on the timeline. And you have to catch up to where you are now. And when we are disconnected from ourselves on the timeline, meaning like our souls are moving forward, but our mind is kind of stuck in the past somewhere, our bodies can really start to feel it. Okay, so there's something here about paying attention to your body. And if you find things are going wonky or you're having difficulties with aligning your mind, body, soul, then catch up to your soul, catch up to yourself. I don't know. There's something about that Spirit's drawing my attention to, but it's kind of half-baked right now. So I'll leave that there. This card also in the book, which I had earmarked, which is interesting. I don't remember doing that. But it has some information about the 4 different directions and what it means for wind to blow from each direction. And I'm going to use these directions actually to create a spread. So we'll go through that, but I feel like this is one of the messages Spirit has for you. It's about trying something in a different way. Like when I do readings, I have a very specific spread I follow. It works. It allows things to flow through nicely so I don't alter it too much. But I'm being guided to follow this southwest, northeast spread that is kind of being outlined here for me. So there's an invitation from Spirit to try something in a different way because you are creative. You're a sea goat, right? You're half fish. So you're very watery in many ways, okay? You're very creative. Try something in a new way and you might be able to get to the essence of it. Okay, reaffirm. Yes, so one of the things I got is that you could be feeling somebody pulling on you to affirm them or reaffirm them, like validate them in some way. And what I got is you can do, oh no, sorry, that's a separate message. What I got is you know what people desire. You know what people desire, but you don't need to give it to them. It's not your duty to make another feel complete. So remind yourself of that because you're very fly on the wall, right? You're very observant. You know what people desire from you or just in general, and you're able to give it to them. And this could be used both in the shadow and the light, okay? Your ability to tap into people's deep desires, which I think you're aware of. But you could also feel like because you can do this, because you have those observational skills, okay, those psychic skills of just seeing right through into the core of someone and what they desire, you could feel a duty to act upon it or to do something to fulfill those desires or maybe to deny them in the shadow, right? Like who knows, right? You take it as it resonates. But Spirit's saying you don't have to do anything, maybe to complete them or to uncomplete them or whatever it is. Just because you're able to do something doesn't mean you need to act on it. Now, I was also getting a message here that you can do something another can't, and they may take an issue with you because of that. I don't know who this is, but it's like a little bugaboo. It's a little bit of a grubby, I like to call them, like a little grubby energy that's kind of hanging around in the background, kind of passive aggressive, I feel. I don't know why I'm writing that down. Maybe for the record. Interesting. Usually I don't write things down as I channel them, as I tell you them. But something needs to be put on the record. Maybe this is someone's passive aggressiveness. The letter G could be important too. Yeah, like even as, look at that, even as I was writing that down, it got all crazy. Somebody's bottling something up, okay, and they're directing some angst towards you. This could be at work. It could be a stranger in a grocery store. Suddenly they're like being weird with you, okay? Or you witness them being weird with others. There's something you need to note about that to record it. There's something with the Akashic records here too. It's like your note of it goes into like a bigger bank of knowledge, maybe for Spirit. Okay, I also got that it's time to enlist your warrior spirit. I don't know why or what that's about, but that's what came through. You have a strong presence that heals others, and I think this goes back to sometimes feeling the duty to fulfill others' desires, but it's not in a kind of weak, needy way. It's kind of like, I know I can bring this to the table, so I should. But who's going to heal you? If you're always doing that, if you're always the one, I'm hearing something like putting bread on the table. If you're the provider, emotional provider, or the one in the friend group who's solid, whatever it is, it's like, who's doing that for you? You're a little bit too self-sacrificing at times, whoever I'm connected to. And this comes from a place of softness within you. Okay, you want to give to others, but sometimes you do it at the expense of yourself. Okay, and I feel like this giving, you know what it is? It's like you don't bother other people with your problems. And in some way, not to say that you should, but in some way this feels like a self-sacrifice. It's like, I'm not going to get into that. You know, what good is that going to do them or me or anybody? But this, you're denying yourself vulnerability at some level. Okay, yeah, it feels a little touchy. Then the last thing there's two more things. There was a lot. Okay, we're going to the last two things. I heard this somewhere. I was about to say I saw this. Maybe you're going to see this idea manifest itself somewhere. But I heard this somewhere and it stuck in my head, and it's related to your energy. And it was a question, and the question was, are the stories you tell generative or corrosive? 1111. What stories do you tell others about yourself, about your life, about your future, about who you are? What stories do you tell others about themselves? Are they generative stories? Do they get you to create, to feel expansive, or are they corrosive? And unsettle you in some way. Okay, because there's perhaps a narrative, a story that you've told yourself, and we all do this. We tell ourselves stories all the time. That's how we make sense of the world. But one of these stories might be a little bit corrosive. It's harming rather than helping. The last thing that came through, really strange. Oh yeah, the 9. Why didn't I put that together before? 63 and 9. Yeah. 91191 91199. No idea. Okay. So there's some kind of pattern with the ones and the 9s, which is like completion and beginning. A cycle of some sort, perhaps. But I think the biggest thing to take away from these messages that came through in my meditation is to catch up to yourself. Okay, let's get in. Before I start with this directional spread, which I'm excited for because we're doing something a little bit different, we're going to look at the energies supporting you as well as the energies challenging you. And you, Capricorn, were so specific about using this deck. Like, it popped into my mind and I couldn't get rid of it. I wanted to use another deck. I had all these different decks I wanted to use today. You went here. This is what you want to do. So this is the deck we're using. I don't know why. It seems a little bit soft even for the energy, but here we are. The Woodland Warriors. Oh, warriors. No, wanderers. Wardens. Warriors, wanderers, and wardens. Woodland Wardens. Maybe this is related to your inner warrior. Is your inner warrior a wanderer? Is it a warden? What are you protecting? What is your inner warrior protecting? Does your inner warrior allow you to wander? I don't know. There's something about that. And then we have wind. So lots of W's. Which is reminding me of some reel I saw about the word W and how phonetically, we pronounce it with the D, W, which is interesting. So something about W and D, or the letter D. Okay, let's see. Skunk, protection. Skunk and magnolia, protection and dreams. Your inner warrior is a warden of your dreams, protecting your dreams. I had a dream of an alligator once. It was crazy. It was like eating off this like demon woman's face. It's my shadow. Active imagination, can you tell? So maybe there's a particular dream you're having, but look how these two are interfacing with one another. It was actually, I'm guided to tell you this, so this is a message for you, 1444. The message was really weird. The dream, was really weird, but the message was powerful. And it was that my shadow was protecting me. okay? And sometimes when we talk about the shadow, which is a lot nowadays, which is cool, it's good, it can get tiresome, but hey, it's part of us and who we are. When we talk about the shadow, we forget that when we integrate those aspects of ourselves, they can protect us. They do protect us. We recognize our shadow in someone else, and then we can kind of see what that's all about. But before we can recognize shadows in other people, we have to know our own shadow. We have to be able to recognize it in ourselves. Yeah, so there's something about recognizing someone else's shadow because you see that same shadow within yourself. Doesn't mean you're acting in the same way they're acting, but you just know you have that capacity, or you have a similar wound in some way or another, different experience, similar wound. So you're able to see right into someone. And because you can see right into someone, the fly on the wall, right? You can see their shadow and you're familiar with their shadow. Maybe you resonate with them on some level. Your shadows are resonating. Maybe your shadow dislikes their shadow because you've already integrated yours. I'm telling you, you're so chatty. I don't know what's going on with Mercury. And I was shuffling cards before I started all this, and a Gemini card fell out. So there is something chatty here in the energy. There's a lot to say. But there's something about you understanding that your shadow maybe is your inner warrior and embracing it. And allowing it to protect your dreams. Poppies, protection. Okay. See, how does the skunk protect themselves? Well, it does it by spraying. They're so cute, skunks. I have a memory coming up of a skunk when I was with someone who actually has a Capricorn moon. Very important person in my life. So maybe you're going to see a sign or synchronicity. It's going to take you back to a timeline, and maybe this is an indication or a note of where you need to move forward, catch up to your soul, where it is now, because there's some memory that's taking me far back right now to a difficult situation where a skunk was involved, literally. Okay, so the skunk protects themselves by spraying, smell. So pay attention to how your body reacts to other people's pheromones. Okay, if someone's smell is off-putting, it doesn't have to mean they stink, but if there's something you're then maybe there's some kind of boundary that needs to be drawn. I had a friend who once told me she couldn't be intimate with someone because they smelled like liquid Band-Aid. So pay attention to those kinds of things. They're protecting you. Now, the other thing about a skunk, when they spray, they can only spray once in a given period of time. It's not like they can keep spraying. So you have to be certain when you protect yourself. I feel there's a message here. Like when you put your foot down or when you do something, it might cause you to exert a lot of energy. So make sure you do it when it's needed. A boundary is needed here for you. Or you're going to find you need to put down a boundary. But when you do it, make sure you do it non-reactively, so that you can really be firm that this is the right time, this is the right way, this is the right place, all of that. Okay, let's see what's challenging you, Capricorn. Bashfulness with the opossum. There's another memory. Oh my goodness, spirit. And the peony, the lizard, and pitcher plant. I've never had this card come out. Stagnation. Wow. It's an interesting looking card too. Something with the fire element. And I'm being reminded of you being the sea goat with this tail being highlighted. The lizard and pitcher plant. Stagnation. Do you feel unseen? Well, you're about to be in the center of something. This is helping you move out of stagnation. I won't bore you with the story of the opossum. but it's with another person who's important to me. Also a Capricorn sun. Interesting. So maybe people are having memories of you. There could be sweet memories mixed in with difficult memories as well. That could be something you're navigating. And when I say you need to catch up to your soul, I'm not saying you need to deny these memories or repress them or push them aside. Oh God, no, don't do that. It's more like understand that they're memories and that you're no longer in that place energetically unless you want to be. The memories that you have of others and yourself, your relationships, are the memories you hold on to are mirrors and reflections of yourself and what you are working through with yourself, or what you value about yourself, or what you dislike about yourself. Like those memories that just hold, like, you know, they won't go away. I'm hearing something about every time I close my eyes, I'm seeing you or I see you. This could be someone feeling this way about you. Those memories have information in them. Okay, they're sticking with you for a reason. Okay, let's get this stuff out here. Let's get this reading. Southwest, northeast. Southwest, northeast. What's your favorite direction? Do you have one? Do you have associations with any of those directions? We have the Ace of Cups for the south. Oh, this shirt's like riding up. Okay. Maybe something is feeling uncomfortable, or you've outgrown something perhaps. Wow. Okay. Memories, Six of Cups, coming out with the star, which is beautiful. Okay, let's take a look here, Capricorn. So the south, it says here in the book, represents carrying a new sense of trust, helping you gently begin to discard habits and parts of you that are no longer needed. And we have the Ace of Cups. So there's a new opportunity here, an emotional, I want to say an emotional investment into something. Something big is being offered here to you that you can emotionally invest in. This could be a new career, it could be a new creative practice, it could be a new situation that feels turbulent to you, but there's something that's going to unfold out of this situation that you are going to emotionally invest in. It feels like your heart is coming online a little bit more than usual. Oh yeah, when I was focused on meditating on your energy, when I was in here, I saw this purple like orb, and it was at the center. And it was glowing, and then all these other little orbs started coming in closer. And I feel like that's why you're at the center of something. But it's like you're magnetizing all these other energies. Oh yeah, I also got a message here. And I don't know if this is something you heard or maybe you've said if you're a reader. I don't know. And I've heard this too, where people have said like there's certain signs I won't read for. And what I was getting with that is, well, that's like cutting off a part of yourself, because we have all signs in our wheel, right? In our chart, which is like a circle, and each house is ruled by a different sign. So when we say we don't engage with the sign, or we don't read for a sign or whatever, we hate that sign, you know, screw that sign. All Capricorns are blah, all Tauruses are blah, you know? It's like an aspect of ourself we're cutting off. It's a part of our shadow self that we're denying. Okay, so maybe you've heard that, and there's your answer for why that person is saying that. Or maybe this is something to think about a little bit more. If a certain sign repulses you, or you have like this kind of, or maybe you have a strong affinity for another sign, you know, like you love this sign. Well, what is it about that sign that you love? You know, something about yourself that you love that maybe you're projecting onto that sign and idolizing it a little bit. Like I love Capricorn, as many of you know. It's probably because I have a very strong Saturn placement, but I don't know. I just love I like your sarcasm, really. And this is stereotypes of Capricorn, right? You are all different based on your birth charts, but your sarcasm, and it's like your quiet wisdom. I don't know. I respect it. There's something where you don't feel you need to prove yourself. And so perhaps that's something in me that I want to amplify a little bit more. So this is a message for you, right? Somebody who has a powerful pull to you. There's something in you that they desire more of. Going back to that, you see what other people desire. I don't know. There's something interesting going on there. But let's get off that for a second. South. Okay. So a new opportunity, emotional investment will help you begin to discard habits and parts of you that you no longer need. So let's go in further. What is this Ace of Cups? Courage, overcome fear. Maybe it's going to take courage to emotionally invest in something. But I also feel like for many of you, this Ace of Cups, which could be many things, but it's something new coming into your life, and it touches your heart, and it helps you overcome a fear. Can we get a little bit more info on what this is exactly? If you would indulge us. Page of Cups, Two of Cups. And Strength. Well, there's courage again. Well, Capricorn. Now, the Two of Cups, of course, is most often read as a love connection or like a deep friendship with someone. But I also like to read it as a union with another aspect of yourself. So you take it however you want, but see, it feels like it's coming towards you, making you some offer of union, an emotional investment, a strong connection here that grows beyond the connection. It's like when you make a really good friend or you have a really strong love romantic partner, and it's like your connection grows beyond the two of you. It's not just about the two of you. You actually offer things into the world beyond your own relationship. The energy that's emitted off your relationship, or the creations that you come to together and make and offer. Some of you might join like a group or a band or on a team or something like that. And it's like so symbiotic. It's so like everything works and you're just creating things. Wow. So beautiful energy for the South. Now I know South can also be associated with South Node. So this emotional investment might also help you to release some like old karmic patterns and cycles where connections with others have been difficult. Okay, West, calling you to more introspection, to a willingness to make final decisions, to let go of attachment and ego desires, judgment. Immediately, I'm hearing retribution. That could be for some of you. You feel like you need some retribution for something that was done to you. I'm hearing demigod. I don't know. I have no idea what that's about. It means some of you are doing some occult studying. Interesting. Demigod. Hold on. No, I'll leave that there. You can explore that if you want. So there's a resurrection, a rebirth, an awakening, calling you to more introspection. Something's reawakening inside of you so that a final decision needs to be made. On what? This is also Pluto energy, intuition, and healing energy. Whether you're going to keep giving to something to try to heal it, a decision needs to be made here because we had that, right? You have a strong presence that heals, And then I saw the whole Zeus mythology of like Zeus putting you in the sky because you helped to heal Zeus. So maybe something, yeah, there's something about mythology that could be useful for you. But who heals you? So there's a decision. Your intuition is telling you to review something, to look at something, and what you're putting your energy towards. There's also maybe something you are experiencing with your body health-wise, okay? For some of you, you have to follow your intuition with what heals you, with what's good for you. The letters HS might be significant. Just reminded me of health sciences. Let's see. Rest, for sure. Your dreams could also be pointing you in a direction towards what your body needs. We have the Six of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. 664. You do need to de-stress, okay? But not through escapism or detachment. Through what then? I mean, once in a while that's cool, but the sun. Yeah, it's more of like staying conscious with something. Maybe literally get some more sun, some vitamin D. Find out information about something. Okay, even if it scares you, just do a little research. Your intuition is taking you somewhere. Okay, and if this isn't like physical health, maybe this is just your overall sense of well-being. Try to spend some more time outdoors. It will help you rest and relax. You know, take an easy stroll. I'm hearing a boat ride with the Six of Swords. I don't know if you can. A boat ride. An alligator. Interesting. Well, the water represents the subconscious mind. A boat ride. You'll encounter the shadow, the alligator who protects you. I don't know, there's some exploration you need to do here with yourself about what you've been denying yourself. Physically, emotionally, soulfully, spiritually. Okay, let go of attachment and ego desires as well. You don't have to be the best, and you don't have to be the strongest, although you usually are those things. See, I totally idolize Capricorn. It's sick. I don't know. It's just a sickness. Yeah, but you don't have to be those things. Vulnerability is beautiful too. Okay, the Nine of Cups. North, moving to bring you wisdom and strength. Your wish fulfillment. What do you desire? Yeah, you know what others desire. What do you desire? This is your North Node. This is your kind of path to figure out what it is that you wish for. And also to recognize that you already have a lot of what you wished for. You know, shiny new things can lose their allure once they've been on the shelf for a while. So look at what you have, you know, take it down, dust it off, appreciate it, you know. There's something there maybe that you've forgotten, that you've achieved, or that you have. Let's see, tell me more. We have the Six of Wands. Yeah, see, there's some kind of achievement that you have. Moving to bring you wisdom and strength. So your wish fulfillment for some kind of victory is coming in. Wheel of Fortune, Three of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Wands in reverse, Page of Wands in reverse, the Ten of Cups in reverse, Temperance in reverse. You're used to fighting, okay? Like, or having to really get your point across to be heard. I feel that in this energy, or at least there's something around that. This time, it's a lot easier, okay? Things just kind of move easily. Like a block has been released. This is why you have to catch up to your North Node, to where you're going. I mean, look at that. Wish fulfillment, 6 and 9. Wish fulfillment. and victory. Being at the center of something too. Don't be afraid of that. Now, the last thing, East. Carrying clarity of vision and purpose. The Star card and the Six of Cups. Well, that is vision and purpose. Something about soul reunion. This could be soul reunion with yourself. Or getting back to your soul's path. Let's see. Tell me more about this East direction, carrying clarity of vision and purpose. Capricorn's purpose here. Navigation. All these directions. Well, you're going to have clarity of what direction you want to go in. Stagnation is what's clearing out. We didn't really talk about the bashfulness either as the challenge. Because you're not bashful, okay? But maybe other people get that impression from time to time, right? Like the opossum isn't bashful. Okay, I'll tell the story. So I was driving in a car with someone, a Capricorn, and it was late at night, and I think I've told this story before. There was a kitten on the road, or at least what I thought was a kitten. So I got out of the car, ran towards it, like gonna pick it up, like this kitten in the middle of the night, in the middle of the road, and it turned around. It was the opossum, and it was like, I was like, oh my God, it scared the hell out of me, right? Because I wasn't expecting it. So I did think it was something bashful, like a little kitten. But it turned around and it was like, get away from me, lady. Okay, so it was not bashful. And so maybe there's a misperception that people have of you, okay, or projection onto you. And you're showing up at the center of something and showing that you're not what everybody thinks you are. Maybe you've been quiet for some time, not because you've been scared or lost or needed help, but because you were just doing your own thing. You were figuring something out on your own, and that's okay. But now you've returned with the Judgment card. You're returning and showing up strong, not just for yourself. Well, yeah, it is for yourself. But in showing up for yourself, you're actually really showing up for others in a way that is beneficial for you too. So in the future, there's strong indication that you know exactly where you're going here with the Star, the Six of Cups, and navigation. You're not letting your past direct your future, although you're allowing the lessons that you took to guide you into creating and manifesting the future you want. This is a strong reading, Capricorn. Okay? So I'm going to go into an extended reading. In the extended, I go a layer deeper into this message. The link is in the description box below. If you don't want to go to an extended or you can't for whatever reason, then trust that you got exactly what you needed to hear right here, or maybe not. You decide. You're in charge. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.